in my head like this. Can you see?
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life.
Well. Another live broadcast of Hot Tea with Pleasures.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Teresa.
Hey, how are you?
I'm alive.
Oh my gosh, what happened to your hand?
Girl, we not talking about that. We not talking about that. I went out today
Wow.
without it and I paid for it. But anyways, well, welcome everybody in the lovely
Welcome
land
everyone, our viewers.
of YouTube. My name is Hillary. I'm here in Ontario, Canada.
And I'm Teresa here in the beautiful island of Barbados. We're having some bad weather tonight.
Who cares? It's carnival time.
if you see me pointing to my ear, that means I can't hear you. We're having some very heavy showers. So my apologies if that happens. Go on.
I feel as though that she's going to do that when she has an uncomfortable question.
It seems like you're going to start if you're uncomfortable.
I am not starting. So before we go into detail, I am just going to say that we have read a disclaimer. Here's a disclaimer. We've read some articles and we're kind of responding to those articles. This is not our personal opinion all the time, but most of the time it is. But no, the some of the information that we're informing you comes from various sources, and we just want to make sure that you know that that's what we're doing. We're kind of dissecting the sources, okay? So tonight's question, it's based off of a conversation I had with one of the viewers, and it left me with a question slash answer, okay? Because it's gonna be a twist, okay? There's gonna be a twist here. So the question is, are you truly satisfied? Teresa is going to tackle more of the relationship-based questions around sexual partnerships, and I'm going to tackle the self. So we're probably going to break it up into two segments. We always break because we cannot deal with the subscription yet of a Zoom. But not only that, we're looking around for the best platform to have this as, and so we can get out to more viewers. We have 57,000 viewers, which is great, and we really appreciate every single one of you. We need those same 57,000 to subscribe now. You keep coming back every week and watching, but you're not subscribing. So don't worry, nobody don't know it's you. It's okay. Except for Rudy. Except for Rudy, we know it's Rudy. So we know it's Rudy and Terry and Nicolette and Amanda. Those are our regulars that come through, and there's a few others, but just come through and subscribe and help us get to that platform so that we can, when we go into another platform, we can have that YouTube connection on a better level, and we can do a little bit more and get more information out to you. So let's start the program. Teresa's going to go first.
Okay, good night again, everyone. And my piece is signs your partner is satisfied. Anything you want to add to this bit that's from your personal point of view, Lily?
Well, you start going first, and then after, I can always chime in.
Okay, so from our research, we can always drop the link in the YouTube channel. One of the things we came across was, well, the question we came across, was it as good for her as it was for you? Was it as good for her as it was for you? So satisfying for your partner is important for both sexes, both men and women. But men especially define their own egos on how happy they make the woman they love. and that most of the time is in bed
Say that one more
or
time.
just with
No,
gestures and
repeat that again.
gifts.
Hold on, I didn't hear that. Repeat that again.
Was it as good for her as it was for you?
Mm-hmm.
Satisfying your partner is important for both men and women, but men especially define their own egos and how happy they are, how happy they make the woman they love, and not just by gestures and gifts, but with pleasure.
Interesting.
So for men, that's how they define how happy they are.
Okay.
They're satisfying their partner or not.
Mm-hmm.
Being satisfied in bed is truly means that your needs, your desires, and your love is being prioritized. Feel like they're being taken care of, and knowing that your woman see you in that special light will make your sexual experience heightened and happier.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's men. Well, not my
I'm just
saying,
sending out.
but
I'm just
from
sending out the
research.
link. Yeah, go on. Uh huh.
Sorry,
I'm just sending out the
from
link.
research,
Go on.
they're saying that men see that as very important
Mm-hmm.
and how they perform, how they how they perform in bed.
Mm-hmm.
That's how well their sexual experience heightens and they're happier from
Mm-hmm.
that angle. So the experts wants us to decode other signs that women are satisfied sexually.
Oh.
So the next question is, what does sexually satisfied means for you? You might think that consistent, actually getting some pings already. You might think
Turn your
that
volume down, honey.
consistent, consistent orgasms are a huge indicator of a happier partner who looks forward to rolling around in bed with you. But that's not always the case. Hillary is smiling.
I'm
Something to
just
share,
listening.
Hillary?
I know. I'm just listening right now. I'll share it later.
Okay. Just like there are many parts to the puzzle, when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to maintaining strong, solid communication with your partner, with your lady, there are factors that contribute to her satisfaction and levels in different satisfaction level in what they call buff two. One sexual expert and commentator, should I give their name, her
Sure,
name?
of course. Give me.
Colleen
You have to give
Singer.
people their.
You can
You
Google
know.
that, Colleen Singer.
Mm-hmm.
She explains, first and foremost, it means that you are giving her the kind of sexual pleasure she desires.
Mm-hmm.
It also indicates that she appreciates you taking the time to focus to do the things that you know drive her while in bed. So if you know your partner like to introduce hot pleasure toys, they are
I knew you were going there.
hot
Lubricant.
pleasure
Let's start with the
toys,
lubricant. We gotta get a lubricant movie.
and they they might need the assistance of a lubricant,
Mm-hmm.
or they might just need
Look,
that
she doing the advertising. Look
extra.
at her doing a commercial. Look at that.
What's that?
Look, you do the commercial.
They need that extra boost.
Mm-hmm.
Just reach for our lubricant. You can have it flavored or you can have it original. Both are very nice.
Wow.
And
The plugs are
giving
nice.
it a
The plugs
fee
are nice.
today.
Yeah.
Hillary, have you received the packages yet?
Not yet. I'm waiting for it.
Oh my
I'm gonna check on Monday.
goodness.
Hopefully on Monday it's here.
I received mine. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Very nice.
So I need you to try it
Mm-hmm.
because you're getting it from my end. I
Okay.
need you to try it
Mm-hmm.
and give myself and the viewers your feedback on it because I think it's great. I'm waiting till you get it
I
for you
like
to
how she's trying to
the
throw me under the bus
strawberry
here.
flavor,
Yes. You're cute.
and then I will try it. But the original I have tried. I'm just waiting for you to get that for you to try
Okay.
the flavored one.
Mm,
Okay?
okay.
And then
You never
tell
tried
me
a flavor one?
I haven't tried the flavored one yet. I'm
Okay.
waiting till
But
you
the
get
response
yours.
was amazing anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So going on, the key word here is time. Figuring
Mm-hmm.
out what touches, kisses, words, movements consistency and rhythm makes her happy. You will be educating,
Mm.
it evolves for a longer you together,
Mm-hmm.
and the more things you will try in bed. So, anything to say, Hillary?
No, I'm listening. I'm trying to send these posts out. I will chime in though.
Oh,
I
okay.
really
You
will.
still
I really will
updating
chime in.
stuff?
Hold on. Don't worry. I will chime in. I'm just trying to let everybody know we're live right now so we can get some questions going and some comments as well because I think that would be a little bit more better with interaction, right?
Mm-hmm.
But keep going.
I dropped mine so a few persons is ready.
Yeah. I put it
Okay.
out on Twitter too.
The dedication to the time it takes to make her mourn and be
Mhm.
happier than
Mhm.
she's ever been before is something she definitely takes note of. And hey, might even encourage her to return the favor to you.
Favor.
Mm-hmm. There's a clinical sexologist, relationship expert, Dr.
Mhm.
Dawn Michael. So that's another name that you can go for.
Yeah.
Dr. Dawn Michael, the clinical expert, and the other person was Colleen Singer. She's a sex expert
Where
and
did we find this
communication
information?
on Axemen,
Okay.
axemen.com, but it's no CA, which I guess is Canada.axemen.com.
Yeah.
So coming from the Canadians' point of view, if you can say that.
You know how we ain't got nothing better up here to do, but no, I'm just kidding.
Dr. Dawn Michael, I wonder how this is this how you come up with this thing, Hillary, for us to do this?
What?
Is it from the Canadian point of view
That's from the
that
Canadian
you came
point of
up
view,
with
girl.
this?
Hmm.
Mm, I'm just letting you know, right? You're Bajan first before you're Canadian, so
Always, for and
don't
foremost,
forget that.
always.
Anyway, the clinical sexologist, relationship expert, also adds that satisfying a woman in bed means that you understand her intimately, her unique style,
Hmm.
and that she feels like you make her a priority to get her to that maximum level of pleasure.
Hmm.
Okay, so guys, if you don't know your lady, get to know your lady. There was a
Well, this is the
segment,
thing. I
episode
think
that we
that,
did before.
yeah.
There's an episode that we did before,
Hmm.
and I can't remember exactly which topic it was, but was it? No, it wasn't vaginal steaming. Which one did we had after vaginal steaming?
Are
It
you
was a
talking about
lady
knowing if you're
mentally and physically
satisfied,
fit.
like dealing with satisfaction? It was
Foreplay. I think it
sexuality. We were talking about
was
sexuality and
sexuality, yeah.
embracing yourself. Yeah.
Sexuality. And we were talking, we had mentioned when, if you know your partner, if you realize your partner leaves home early
Hmm.
and they go to a particular spot for breakfast,
Right.
have that at home. You're not stopping him or her
Hmm.
from going to that spot on morning because that might be their, a little quality time before they get going
And
on
that's when
morning, start their
Teresa realized what I was trying to say. Communicate. Hey.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And then you can have, say, that coffee. Like,
Hmm.
like, you can even do it for a friend. It doesn't have to be a partner. If
It could be for anyone.
I know that you like Timmy's. Timmy's is Tim Hortons, their coffee.
Yeah.
I'll get
You
you
can get it better at
Timmy's.
Starbucks,
So
girl. I'm a
when
Starbucks
you're
person.
coming here, Hillary, you know that I like the chocolate dip. And
Hmm.
I like the honey glaze. You
See how
can just bring
see how
those
she's saying
over.
that? Chocolate dip, honey glaze.
Yep.
There's a story there.
Chocolate dip and honey glaze. You can bring that over. So
Hmm.
yeah, when you know your partner likes something, instead of making a fuss, or
Hmm.
he or she goes out and do this, and you have to like, they don't spend time at home and do this and that. You create that at home,
Yes.
and that shows appreciation, as it's saying here. And from that, you know, what is it? Happy wife, happy life, or something like that, they say.
Yeah. Another thing that you can do too, I mean, like we're talking about sexuality here, we're also talking about sexual partnerships.
Mm-hmm.
Know what really makes your partner, like what really sets them off, what turns them on. And remember, I spoke about the love languages Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And that is a way of turning on your partner without even touching them.
There you go.
Unless you're Teresa and her love language is touch. So you might have to touch
Touch,
her.
communicate. Oh, you like touching
But
her?
no, there's
What
ways
was your
it.
language?
Oh, mine is quality of time.
Time, yes, your time.
You know how I feel about time. I was talking about
There's
time.
nothing wrong with that.
I like, like, I'm not saying I don't like touch either. I'm not saying that because
Mm-hmm.
we all have some aspects of each love language that makes, that, gives us that feeling. But there's always that one that's more paramount than the others. And for me, it's quality of time. For you, it's
Quality time.
touch. She likes to be touched.
Communicate.
Lubricate for life. See how she
Is
falls
that
into
where you
my
got
traps
this?
every
Is that where you
time.
got this slogan from? Lubricate
You
your
fall
life.
into my traps every time.
Moisten up. No,
Okay,
I
let's
just
keep
let the
going.
conversation flow.
Yeah,
So that's
my
fine.
dog is going crazy up on my feet. Go on.
Cassidy. The next one, my glasses.
Hmm.
Why is satisfying your partner important?
Hmm.
And I think there's something that any of us can answer
Hmm.
from a personal point of view. It is, again, you communicate with your partner, you living with someone, you can see what makes him happy.
Hmm.
That's the same way when you want to get on one's skin, you can do things to feed people off, like even leave simple things, as leaving the plate on the table or
Socks on the
not
floor.
making a bed, you know,
But
simple
another
things
thing
like that.
too, when you're in bed and, don't think of yourself only. Think of what he or she, you know, is into. What is it that makes them
Tickle
their
those
toes
toes.
curl
Uh-huh.
or their eyebrows raise or even, give them that same feeling that they had when they first met you. You want to recreate that feeling every time you go to bed because that's where the excitement really was in the beginning of the relationship. So
That's what kept it going in the
that's what
beginning.
keeps it going. I like date night. That's a good one. Date night. Random phone calls in the middle of the day when
I like the
that's nice.
random drop ins.
Yeah,
Take lunch.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And one that's really really sweet if you do live together is leaving a note in on the table or something. Just simple, have a nice day, or I know today you might be busy, just smile. Something like that. It's so simple to satisfy your mate sometimes. I'm not saying all the time now because we know how people are. But I'm saying that it just takes a minute out of your day to remember what is important to the other person. And by doing that, that might make your whole damn day go great. It might make the whole weekend go great, shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
But that, like you said, like how you said just now, to make it as if it was the beginning, the first time you met each other.
Mm-hmm.
I find in relationships, people look at, oh, we love to get along, we know one another, so been there, done that.
Sorry,
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna get my dog. She's not letting up today. She's like, nope, not letting up today.
Look at her clinging, just like she's like a child hugging you. Are you gonna turn her
You're
face
gonna make my
around?
green screen go all crazy now, Cassidy. See, it's gonna start. Look, there goes the green screen.
Cassidy? Cassidy knows my voice, people.
She's
See the ear
a
goes
little
up.
diva.
Hmm.
A little diva.
Moving
Oh,
on.
Terry say nice dog. Well, thank you very much, Terry.
I can
Yeah.
just see her ears.
Yeah, there she is. Look, nice little Miss Cassidy. She will not let up
Okay.
because I was away today, so she's kind of want my
Oh,
attention.
clean now.
Yeah, go on, continue.
Okay, why is it satisfying? Why is satisfying your partner important? Every relationship I was in before, no matter how long you've been together, how often you had sex, and how
Mhm.
many times you've been through, there are some fundamentals, some must-haves to keep your love strong and healthy.
Mhm.
And we mentioned one earlier. In addition to communicating effectively and honestly, supporting one another goals, opinions, and perspective, respecting each other, and your respective families and friends. Sexual capabilities is also one of the pillars that gel that union together.
Yes.
Okay. We're going back to Colleen Singer,
See you coming fast,
and
girl.
she went as far as to say that couples who don't make their sex life the top of their priority
Mm-hmm.
list are often couples that don't make it the long haul or end up getting divorced.
Mm.
So, ladies, when
Not only
you
ladies, girl. Come on now.
when no, I'm going on, man. Come on, ladies. I know sometimes how we get when we get upset
Mm.
and they cross legs, or when men get upset, they okay. I'm gonna go home and I think she's in bed. Mm-mm.
You know, you should never
When you
use sex
do
as a
that,
weapon. I'm just going to put that out
as I
there.
was about to do it there.
Don't ever do it.
When
You'll pay
you do
for it
that,
eventually.
and you do it often enough, and
Mm-hmm.
that person steps out,
It's going to backfire on you so quick.
mm,
Ooh.
ain't no one to blame but yourself.
Yup. Teach
There's no
people how
one
to
to blame
treat
but
you.
yourself.
I'm
So
just saying.
don't weaponize yourself with sex. Please
Mm-hmm.
don't. Okay, Sayer goes as far as to say that couples who don't make their sex like the top priority
Mm-hmm.
list, there are often couples that end up in divorce
Mm.
without having a harmonious. I like that. Without having
I
a
like that word too.
harmonious,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm, and
We all move in rhythm, right?
pardon me,
I say we all move in rhythm.
mm-hmm, him sexy bed to come back to, no matter how stressful a day
Let me ask you a
or the
question.
tough
You just
argument
mentioned
you're
something. Do you
battling.
believe that a partner should send sexual, I don't know, pictures and different things like that to each other? Do you find that okay, or do you think that that's not something you should be doing?
It depends on the two individuals.
Mm-hmm.
People do
True.
their own little videos
Yeah, some people do their own little
and
videos
send
and
the
have their own
one
little
during
art,
the
their
day.
little libraries of themselves.
Yep.
You
But
said, yep.
I think that goes down to trust because
Mm-hmm. Mm.
when
Mm.
people
We've heard
part,
all
then
those stories.
I know of an incident that happened, and they were parted. They had parted for
Mm-hmm.
a while more than 3 months,
Hmm.
and the individual
Hmm.
was okay with the separation.
Mm.
And then after they saw that individual
Mm-hmm.
with someone else and
Mm.
they knew of the person,
Mm.
but they were not like friends.
Mm.
No, I'm not speaking of you, Hillary. Come
No, no, no.
on.
I was
You
trying to see if that was a situation where you talk about the friend and it's yourself.
no. We keep it raw and real, but there's some things that I will spill only when I'm comfortable with it. Okay? Good. And
I don't know, girl.
it ended up in court
Yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
one partner couldn't, they were okay with the
Donna,
separation.
I thought you
They
said
were
you had
okay
questions.
that
Where's the
entire,
question, Donna? The comments. Donna said she had
who?
questions. Donna said she had questions and comments. That's one of our viewers.
Oh,
Where
okay.
where's the questions, Donna? Yeah, go on.
They were okay before when they had separated.
Mm-hmm.
But when the other party was dating now and they saw them out in public,
Mm-hmm.
the anger started to build up. They got frustrated about things and the calls start coming. Why you this place? We used to go this place together. Why you bring that person this place? Now all kind of fussiness. Next thing you know, the person brought a sex video, a little snippet that they had between themselves.
That's
And
illegal, by the
woo,
way. Just let people know right now. If you think that
that
you're going to
went,
have a little revenge and put that out on social media or wherever you
it
want to
is
put that,
illegal. It went to
it's illegal. You
court.
can get your ass
And
arrested.
the
Just saying.
person that was in the obviously the person was in the
And
video.
also, to it's
The person
petty
that
and
leaked
very much of a coward move. Just saying.
the person that leaked the video on
Mm-hmm.
social media, they got charged. They
Good.
did time and they had a fine.
Good. They need more than that.
Person got charged, yeah.
I say
So
that's a coward move. It's a punk move.
very much so.
Weak.
Very much so.
You can't keep it so all of a sudden you
Mm-hmm.
mad.
All of a sudden, because you've seen the person with someone else and they're happy, that's when he
Mm-hmm.
dropped the
Maybe you
video.
should have listened
That's when he
to the
dropped the
body
video.
movement of the rhythm and the conversation and communication, and then you would have these problems.
A
Wait, hold
satisfying.
on. You know how that thing pops up where it tells that we don't have a subscription? That just happened.
Oh, we got what? Oh, I'm saying it now.
Yeah, you got 5 minutes to talk, and then I'm going to come back in and continue. Go on.
Okay, to end up that bit, a satisfying sex life helps couples bond.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes a bit of patience and, my word, communication to be a
Communication.
good lover. And putting both your erotic needs front and center ensures not only that your sexual experiences will be joyful,
Mm-hmm.
but that you have sex more frequently. When he and she is
That sounds
satisfied,
personal.
okay, it is. When we are satisfied, then we will want to come back for more and more and more. It
Yeah.
will be what her name is, pleasurable. It will be hot pleasures. So
Plug.
I'm closing before we come back until we got more time. And just before we go to the break, just remember, if you don't take away anything from this, no, putting both of your erotic needs front and center ensures not only that your sexual experiences will be joyful ones, but that you will have sex more frequently. You both will be satisfied and you both will come back for the pleasurable experience you had before. When a man is able to satisfy his partner is gratifying for him as well, knowing that she gets pleasure
Or
from
he.
him. It's not only us that goes off smiling, it's the man that also goes off smiling because it's like, I won't even only say it's an ego thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it is satisfying mentally
Mm-hmm.
and physically that you've done your part.
That's right.
Your partner is happy. Hillary's smiling. You coming back
I'm
with some
smiling
news
because
that you
you're
want to
smiling.
say?
It sounds like a personal message there.
Okay, when we come back, there's a couple more points I have.
Okay, that's fine.
But when we come back, we go a bit into this. She's satisfied, is she initiating sex too? That's one of the questions. And she's satisfied, is she's letting go.
My
She's
dog is
letting
keep licking
herself
my
go.
hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we are on a countdown.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back
Yeah.
in a few minutes. Hang on there. Stay tuned to more hot tea with pleasures. Don't go anywhere. I hope my dog's not back with us, but I got a feeling she will be. Continue to like, listen, and subscribe. Hot tea with pleasures. We'll be right back.
See you soon.
Cassidy, you got to get on my lap, girl.
Look at her ears when the music played.
Okay, we're back.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that fact, taking big swings, just hand me the bat, put me in the ring, and go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took a red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games. I just do that's fact, and I don't feel no shame. It's a mood you lack. I go crazy. Nah, I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to want.
A little bit longer than expected, but
Welcome
whatever.
back.
We're back.
Have you ever listened to the complete that complete song
Oh, obviously. Yeah.
or
Hello.
theme song?
I love that song. That's why I chose it.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, we are back.
Hmm.
One of the other topics to my segment was she's satisfied if she was making involuntary noises. It's switching from the one that I was going
Oh,
to
let me.
read,
Okay, hold on. Let's clear
right?
something for the men's and women's out there's in love land. Not all sounds from a woman is for you. I'm just saying. Making sounds don't mean that
It
she's
might be
happy.
created by
Making
them.
sounds don't mean that she's really enjoying herself now. I'm gonna tell you
So
that right now.
why would you fake it at a point like that?
Some people do, girl. Let's be real.
Oh,
Remember, we're rare.
mm,
We are raw and real, and we keep it. Some people
mm.
fake it. Don't act like it's new information. Some people fake it because they want to
Do
just
you
get it
fake
over
it,
and done.
Hillary?
Huh? Why would I
Do you
fake
fake
something? For what
Hillary?
reason?
Cassidy's in your mouth like,
No, she's not in my
Mom, what are you
mouth.
saying is
No, but no, I'm just saying that some people do that, and that
Mhm.
making noise is not really. You can't really put that as,
Ah,
yeah.
ah.
So it's not really making noise. Is the I'm gonna tell you right now is that curve in that back.
Mm.
And the way the person's body is moving, you can tell whether or not they're enjoying themselves. But
Mhm.
noise, anybody can make a noise. Hey, shoot, dogs make noise. Dang. I'm just saying. I'm
We
just
even
keeping it
made
real.
involuntary noise, so yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
Involuntary.
Involuntary
Look, right here, look.
noises.
Involuntary. Involuntary.
Oh, okay. No, singer says to listen for involuntary noises. Why is he her all the time? That she exits during foreplay and throw intercourse.
Hmm.
Moans, groans, and yummy sounds are great feedback, and you will get clear signal as her
Isn't
vocalization
that called acting sometimes though?
intensifies.
So let me ask you a
Uh,
question. Though actors be on movies, they enjoy themselves. Well,
Oh my goodness, that's a different. That's a scene. I
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
trying to explain. Like sounds, I think it depends on if you know your partner's sound. First of all, if you know the partner sound, then that might work. But if you don't know your partner's sound, you might be listening to a sound.
Hmm.
Might not be for you.
There was one. There was one picture. We had a topic to do on sexuality,
Right.
and there was one when I typed in the information
Hmm.
in the browser. There's one film that it went straight to. I mentioned this to you. Um.
Oh, the one I haven't seen yet. Gray
Oh
something. Some
gosh.
gray. Shades of
No, not
gray.
gray. Not gray.
Shades.
Shades of
Yeah,
gray.
Shades of
Oh
Gray.
my
I've never
goodness.
seen
Shades
it.
of gray. That's it.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Shades of gray.
Yeah. Everybody talk about it. I was just, ugh, sorry, I'm not into it.
At first, I was like, do people really have a special room for this thing?
Maybe, yeah. Everybody have their own thing,
I
right? That
guess
makes them feel
for
good.
the movie,
But
but they
each to
only
their
have
own,
like
right? Each to their
three,
own.
yeah,
Everybody have a way of
three
feeling
clips of
sexually
it,
desired or
and
not.
everything in there, the way how it was laid out. So if you're planning to have such a room in your house,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
You want to tell
you
me
can
what it's about?
go.
Like, I really don't know exactly what the movie's about, but I saw the scenes and I was like, that's just not for me.
It was more of like a dominant. That's what they say.
Like domineering, like kind of.
Somewhat like that, and that basically that was the storyline of it.
Mm.
I think the guy,
I think we're gonna go over a little bit of
because
an
of
hour, girl, but
his
that's
teen
okay.
experience.
Hmm.
What's that?
We're gonna go over the hour, but that's fine. It's okay. Hmm.
Because of his teen experience with an older woman,
Hmm.
he had this thing that he didn't love he didn't show that affection. It was just sex for him. And
Was he a sex
he
addict or
met,
something?
I would say he was a sex addict, but
Or he equates sex with
show if
like
you
what?
if you show a child how to walk this way, that's how the child is gonna walk. And from his teen experience, mine just from the story, she rape might be too strong of a word, but
She what?
she was an older woman, and he was the one that was doing the pleasuring for her.
Uh-huh.
And it was like and there was a whole set of rules set out, because when this lady went to him to interview him as the youngest businessman that they had in that area, state or community, whatever. He was the youngest businessman, and she went to interview him for a friend, and she was taken back by him. And he was, look, just go and watch it. Just go and watch
I'm
it.
not gonna watch the movie, girl.
Shades of Grey. Shades of Grey.
That's what I'm asking
But
you. Like I see
the
people making such a
ending
big deal
when
about it. I'm
he
not I'm
really,
not a follower, so I'm not gonna go and do something because other people are doing it. But I'm just saying that I just
I
saw
don't
the
think it's
scene.
doing it because
Okay,
others
so
are
this is
doing
how I
it.
choose
It
movies. This
came
is
up
how I select
because of
movies. Okay, this is
my
how I select movies.
research.
If I watch the trailer and I like it, I'm gonna watch it. If I don't like it, I'm not watching it. I'm sorry.
But sometimes the trailer just gives you
I
a whole
know,
set of
but I just need,
action.
you know me again. Quality of time is my is my love language. If I think it's gonna waste my time, I'm not gonna do it. I know it's
You leave
bad
it as that.
sometimes. I know
That's
it's
fine. That's
okay.
fine.
I'm over it.
um, that was singer. Ooh,
Are you done? Are you
oh
finished your?
Lord. Okay, the ending of what singer was explaining. If when you start kissing her ear and you feel her tense up and grab at you and say, keep going. Don't stop and ask what's wrong. You know what's wrong. You're creating the moment.
The
So keep
moment.
going. And ladies, just if it's the ear, you only got one ear, and it just goes this long, this way. Just lean your head a little bit, let it go on there. Anyway, but if you're fingering her and she sounds like she's responding only for your effect, move on to another part. So what Hillary was saying before, and you're getting those are
Oh
not sounds
yeah,
that
it's
you're
so
like,
great.
those are not sounds of enjoyment. Just get out of there, go
Maybe
on
it's
to something
not.
else. Moving on. So that
Oh God.
was signs of the partner. Now I'll quickly go through the 13 signs your partner and you are sexually satisfied, because Hillary has to do her segment. And
Another thing too is, to keep it spicy, find out, I mean, as you grow, you change. And the same way that
your body
you
changes as
change,
well.
as a person, your sexual desires change as you get older. So, stay in tune with that and see when it changed and how they respond and when the response has changed, because maybe what you're doing is, the same old style. It becomes uniform, and so they're already making the move before you make it. Yeah, when that happens, I think it's time to change it up a little bit. Like you're
Okay.
ready and she already turned. You're like, wait, I didn't touch you there yet. Why are you turning? Sorry.
That's true
Oh
though.
Lord. Anyways, go on.
It's like, okay, I know what's gonna come next, so let me just jump
Right.
ahead and
Let me just get in that position.
Okay, one device is going dead, so
Okay.
let's go on. Okay, the 13 signs. You need to become an active listener. Listen to your partner, listen to the body language, and you will discover and you will get some feedback from your partner about what their needs are, where they want to be touched.
Wait, hold on. Active listening doesn't mean listen to the little parts that you can remember or the parts that seem important so that you can say, yeah, I heard that because you said this.
Oh, yes,
Right?
oh, yes.
That's not how you active listen now. It's for your own gain so that you don't have to have a whole full conversation.
That's true. Did you read this before, Yeti?
Nope. It's just facts.
Right on the head. Right on the head.
Hmm. No,
Maybe you should have a
a little bit of a
class and stuff.
motivational speaker. I don't know. Remember? Life coach. Remember?
The second one, you can communicate about sex. This will mean you can probably approach your partner comfortably with your sexual interests and respond to their overturns, including being kind if you need or want to say no, since a great sex life has room for boundaries and not right nows.
Okay.
And this is by Romper. Adding that communication and self-awareness are key to ensure consent. Next one is your perspective. If you think you're sexually satisfying your partner, chances are you're actually satisfying your partner. Being perspective is not just about life, but also having self-awareness of what one feels and does, as well as owning the ability to reflect on personal experiences and social experiences. And that's another Dr. Martha Lee. She's a relationship counselor, a clinical sexologist, and the author and owner of Eros Coaching.
Okay.
Being perspective is a sign that you know how to read all kinds of situations, including your mate.
You know what's so funny is that we tune into when you know, we tune into, oh, is this person cheating on me, or we tune into, is this person doing something or doing that, always negative, right? But we
I was about
don't
to say,
tune
we go to
into
the
what makes
negative
them
first.
happy. Sometimes we forget about that part. Let's switch up the game and make that a little bit more paramount about what makes them happy. You know, we know what makes our partner happy. We know what makes them pissed off, and we know what we know how to pull those triggers. Say the right word.
Okay, I'm gonna
Watch them go off and go. You know, we know how to do that.
things that make you go, and, and that's it. I can go
Okay.
on.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next one is you can enjoy yourself in bed too. So if you're not even having fun,
Oh, you're talking about
you can really expect that their
masturbation? You talking about that?
sex. I'm looking to see if that's what you're going to know.
Okay.
Because if you're not having fun, why do it?
That's true.
Stop,
You don't
say
have
something
to have
about it.
sex with your partner. I'm not saying go cheat now. I'm just saying that you might want to tell them that you're not in the mood by really explaining. Not just say I'm not in the mood. I don't want to do it. Just explain to them like what's happening. Open your mouth and communicate. You know how people are.
No,
They talk about
don't
it with their
drop things
girlfriends.
in the tender. Sex and pleasure isn't a one-way street unless you're having sex with yourself. You can have sex with yourself once you're using our lubricant.
That's right.
Go for it.
Plug.
Go for it. It keeps you well moisturized even
Plug.
after the fact, you know. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a logical answer. It's logical to assume pleasing your partner is the most important thing when you're assessing whether you're sexually satisfying them.
Right.
And that's why another person she calls herself queen. But having a great time, being responsive, and being orgasmic tend to be a partner's pleasing as well, both because they can be reassuring to them and make it just sexy when your partner is highly aroused and having a great time.
My dog is not truly satisfied right now.
I thought Cassidy went.
Oh, she's down here trying to get my attention. Keep going.
You agree on what good sex means? No. Good sex doesn't always mean you come twice, who gets aroused first. But good sex can be a variety of things.
You know what?
You
You know what good
do
sex is? Good sex is that she takes one look at you and she's ready. That's good sex. If she took one look at you and go, again,
don't even
oh,
go
I
to
got
the
to prepare
bedroom.
myself.
Don't even
Or
go to
even he
that
does it,
room.
whatever. That's time to go, oh, what am I doing wrong
Don't
here?
don't even go to that room. You switch this screen.
That's why did that bring up some memories or something?
Me, no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Are you ready for me now?
Yes, you can go on.
Okay. So I'm going to tackle being fulfilled, satisfied with life, and this is one thing where when that question came to me through conversation, it was dealing with something else, and that was the question that was put forward, and I kind of put back the question to the individual, and my point is instead of being concerned about what you're not satisfied about, look at the things that you should be satisfied about. So I read the Time magazine, and they talk about 5 ways that you can know that you can see that being satisfied in your life. They talk about having close friends and close relationships. Building a relationship is very hard, and they have the ups and downs, but knowing your value and your worth determines how that relationship goes and what you get from a relationship. We all go into relationships for something. There is a selfishness that we do, that we go into a relationship with a goal in mind. Anyone that tell you they don't have a goal in mind, they're lying. There's always a goal. There's something. Even if it's a friendship, there's always a goal, right? And what that person you're hoping does is that they lubricate your life. Look at that. Plug. Right? That they bring something to your life that helps you, motivates you, encourages you, or
Mm-hmm.
does something to stimulate your life and adds to it. You're not trying to go into any relationship where it causes stress, depression, or any kind of negativity. That's not the intent. It can happen, but that's not what people go into relationships for. So having a close friend that you can share secrets and conversation with, you have a stressful day, you don't want to talk to him or her in your life, you call it friend. Teresa gets phone calls all the time. Amanda gets phone calls
I
all
was
the
about to
time.
say hi,
As
Hillary.
I have a list. I have a list of people. They are five fingers though. 5 fingers.
Exactly. You got five, I got three.
Yeah, I keep it. And so that's one way of making sure that to know that your life is having some kind of satisfaction in there. Having a life story, meaning that in life you come from you have stories that you tell, and if you're telling your story and at the end of every ending of that story, there's no lesson, there's no method, then maybe you want to look at what kind of information you're putting into that story. So, for example, if every time you talk about an experience in your life and it goes negative at the end, you might want to look at
Or,
what part you're playing. What is
or
it?
if it's a cycle.
Yeah, if it's a cycle
Mm-hmm.
or a pattern or a habit or whatever, and try to change it up. We tend to have patterns as humans. We create a pattern and it becomes very comfortable and easy, and then you're like, this is what I feel good doing. No, that's what you've made yourself feel good doing, girl. Okay, it's comfortable because you've created anything that made you uncomfortable. There's one philosopher that says in order to be successful you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and uncomfortable means that you actually go outside your box and you don't stand inside your four walls and expect change. Change doesn't happen from you being inside your walls. Change happens from the outside in, right? So that's another way of doing it. And then have goals. Always create a goal for yourself. And a goal doesn't have to be long term now. A goal, let me tell you something. When I went through my depression stage, my goal was getting out of my bed. It could be so simple. Uh, you should create a goal every single day. It and they say that having goals is 20% better than having money. Okay, because it's more fulfilling. And
Mm-hmm.
accomplishing something like that,
Yeah. Well, that's what we're saying.
yeah, yeah. So, you know, always have a goal. It could be the smallest thing, and I'll tell you right now, it is small to another person, but it might be, you know, paramount to your life. So always have a goal. Always reach out for something. Celebrate your little accomplishments, even if it's a
Mm-hmm.
simple thing as getting out of bed. Celebrate it. Like, I really got out of that bed this morning, though. You know, right, Teresa?
Yes.
And by the way, I believe that we are all here. There's something, a higher power or being, energy, whatever you call it, you know. And I mean, you didn't put yourself here. And even if you're a Scientologist, you have to realize that getting up in the morning is not a guarantee. And we've kind of created the expectation of wake. And wake is actually a blessing every morning that we forget about. So have goals, enjoy them. It could be a simple thing as today I'm going to walk my daughter or son or my dog or whatever. Today I'm going to call my mom, and try to achieve it. That will fulfill your life 20% more. Money isn't the answer for everything, people. I know it seems that way, and and I know you're like, oh, I need to pay my bills. Well, let me tell you something right now. I heard something the other day. I think I shared it with you, Teresa, and it made so much sense in the moment. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. You can't take your house with you. That's what the guy said. He said, you cannot take your house with you. And we all are told, this is my own, this is just me now, my opinion. We are all told about the dream. The dream is to have your own home, your own car, your own this, your own that, whatever. And it's all materialistic gain, okay? And yes, we've done a lot of work and different passions or whatever, successes, hardships, this, that. We've done so much to create this entity of a home or car and what is supposed to make you feel successful. But you can't
Doesn't
take
have
it
the
with you.
meaning.
But what you can take with you are memories. You can take memories with you. You can take, I mean, you're on your deathbed, you're not thinking about your house. You're not thinking about your car. You're not thinking about what you're wearing, how my hair looks. You're thinking, well, some people might be thinking about but no, you're wondering, like, does anyone remember my name? Do you remember my story? Do you remember, will you remember me? That's what people
I
are
know
thinking
you remember
about.
me.
Yeah, on their deathbed, that's what's important. So money isn't everything. You know me about time. I'm very much about time, and calling that friend every day and just saying hey, or even if they don't answer their phone, Teresa.
Yeah, they don't answer the phone.
you know and it's just that little phone call or message or even a little emoji or something, just to know that you're thinking about them and that they're thinking
Mm-hmm.
about you, is very important. Time magazine says that more materialistic a person are, the less satisfied they are, because they have to replace those materials with feeling love and passion. So remember that story about the king and the pauper, and the king became very jealous of the pauper because he looked into his house and he was all
Mm-hmm.
happy. Here's this
Mm-hmm.
guy poor, but he's happy as hell, and here's
Yeah.
this king wealthy, and he wanted what he had. So you
Mm-hmm.
might not
Just
have the
the,
biggest house or a home to call your own. You might still be renting or not have a home or homeless or whatever. This might be
it's what
your
your life means to
situation,
you.
but what are you doing to make sure that you are happy? That you can say, you can look in the mirror and say, I love who I am. I am worth what I am, and I'm okay. What are you doing? And then keep growing. Every day you should learn a lesson. Every moment you should learn a lesson, girl. Just don't do it again.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a good lesson, great, wonderful. It's a blessing, and you can grow, and you can also educate and share that lesson with other people, your friends, your loved ones, your kids, or whoever. But You should learn something. We all have life changes and we grow. We're supposed to grow every day in whatever you believe in. Change your years. Look at your past. Look at your childhood and
Keep on
take the
improving.
information and try to improve on it. And some of us had hard childhoods. I'm not dismissing that, but look at it and say, where am I now? Don't look at
Hmm.
you know, comparison to other people or societal standards of what is success or what is
I think
growth.
when you do that, compare yourself to others. You kill your spirit.
Not only
You
that,
kill
you
your
don't know how that
spirit.
person accomplished that,
There you go.
right? Okay. So here are 13 ways you can, I think it's 13 or 14 ways that you can create satisfaction in your life. So don't sweat.
Should I take my pen out?
You can take your pen out. I think we went through this already, girl. Stop sweating the small stuff. I'm going to tell you right now. I like Maya Angelou's quote. It's not about you, girl. It is not about you. If it was some person else and the same thing happened, they would react the same bloody way. It is not
Mm.
about you. Take yourself out of the conversation. If you know it's not about you, don't include yourself. Why are you getting upset? Why are you getting affected? Is it something that you believe about yourself and that's why you're reacting? Because you can only react if you believe it. And when people, one thing that we do to ourselves, and I learned this over the years, is that when you say something to yourself, you hear it louder than the person that said it to you. And it
Exactly.
echoes and echoes. And what that person has said to you from before, they might stop, but you continue it and you continue it. And now you magnify it.
You start to
And
judge yourself
oh
about it.
yeah, oh yeah. And you just start, and then you start believing it because what your lips say, the ears can hear, girl. and when and when they hear it, you say, and then after a while, you're like, you start thinking, it's like, why am I thinking that? You think it because you've taught yourself that's what it
Mhm.
is. And it becomes a habit and becomes a practice. And then you continuously do it. And you wonder why you have the same result. Because you told yourself that you will have the same result. You expect it. You've created the expectation upon yourself
Li-
to do exactly what you think others think about you and what you now think about yourself. So you got to stop sweating the small stuff. Think about the big picture and what your quote unquote goals are or objectives in life. Or create some. Find something.
One thing to do is, replace the negative with the positive, and
Yeah.
celebrate the little things that you do.
Celebrate those little things, girl. I
Celebrate
celebrate.
yourself.
I think I celebrate everything. It took me a long time though to realize that it took me a long time because we're taught, as I said, we're taught about societal expectation of what wealth and what happiness and success looks like, and we have to realize just like fruit, we're all different and we taste different, we do different things, and if you're trying to compare yourself to some person else, you do know you have no clue what their journey is, and how, and every
How they got there.
detail. Nope, you have no clue, and now you're patting yourself after another person. It's good to do inspiration and
I like that.
motivation.
Patterning yourself after the next
Yes, it's good to
person.
do inspiration and motivation, but you don't need to copycat. Nope, move on. Appreciate small things. The word thank you, I think we are missing that in our vocab a lot these days. We need to start saying thank you, a little gratitude in our lives. Tattooing it on your body doesn't mean as much as saying it out of your mouth. And so gratitude looks different to different people, but it looks the same to the person that's receiving, right? Meaning that
Mhm.
you actually do it. If a simple thing as I know they make jokes about Canadians that they always say sorry. But it's not a bad thing though. It's not a bad thing because you don't know. It might be a situation where you need to say sorry. It's okay. And apology or forgiveness does not mean acceptance. And people have the idea that apology and forgiveness means I accepted what they've done to me. No, it does not. It means that you are saying, you know what, I've forgiven what has happened. I'm
Mhm.
forgiving you. I will not forget, but I will move on now because I need to move on. I need to grow. I need to find me. I need to replace everything you've taken from me and now empower myself to do better. So acceptance, and forgiveness does not, sorry, you know, forgiveness does not mean accepting what a person has done to you. It means more of you. Here goes the time now. Teresa, eat up all my time. That's okay. We're gonna have to.
We're gonna go over.
We're gonna continue doing it. We're gonna keep going. But and then the next thing, be proud of others' successes. I
Hmm.
think that's one of the
And
things
you can
that's
have that
really
opportunity
hard.
to celebrate with your friends as well.
Yes, I think
Celebrate,
that if you're
celebrate each
going
other's
through a hard
moment.
time, if you're going through a hard time and another friend is going through a good time, you it's not good that you now don't want to hear what their
Mm-mm.
successes are. It's not good that you now need to make them feel they can't celebrate their successes. When you do that, you're trying to take away who they are, take their spirit away. You're taking their motivation and their worth away, and you're not being a friend. So be a friend to yourself and celebrate their successes, because in their success you might learn something. You might also gain something, and
Mhm.
you might learn something about yourself, right? So that's another way of doing it. I'm keeping a look on the time. Live in the moment. You know me. If I want to do something, I'm gonna do it.
Mhm.
I used to be that girl that will sit around and look for reasons why not to do it, and think about all that and what people gonna say, what is gonna happen, and blah blah blah. And that's a waste of time. And my love language is time. So why am I going against who I am just because I feel as though others will be offended? No. Live for the moment. If you want to go hiking, go hike. If you want a tattoo, go get one. If you want to color your hair blonde, go do it. If you want to join, I don't know, a ski club, go do it. If you want to jump off a bloody, I don't know, CN Tower, Teresa try to throw me up the CN Tower. Just go do it. Do whatever you want to do. Find a way to do it.
Explore,
Yeah,
adventure.
yeah. Even if it's that you're like, man, I don't have the finances to do it. $1 a
Mhm.
day, every day is $30 a month. You can do it. Okay. There's ways to always find things that you want to do if you truly want it for yourself, and you believe
Mhm.
that you're worth the time, and you're worth the energy and the ups and downs to achieve whatever you want to do. Then you will live for that moment and you will go do it.
Mhm.
Now, healthy relationships. What a healthy relationship looks like is give and take, not take, 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 take. That's not a healthy relationship. Do not call that
We're
person
not
only.
just taking, but take or give materialistically.
Exactly. And don't call the person only when you need them. Call them when you
Mhm.
don't need them, because that's when they realize that you
Like
value.
we said earlier, just drop those little notes or
Yeah.
warnings.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Simple. And then we have know how to calm down. Like, do you know what your calm is?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I know what your calm is.
Go on.
All I gotta do is start talking about products. You calm all the way down. Or talk about something natural, and your passion flows. So you start going into
Yes.
your passion and it calms you. So, know your calm, find out what your calm is, and whatever that is, go to it as soon as you get into a situation where you can't handle, and you're starting to go into reaction instead of understanding. When you start to do reaction, you forget everything. Everything becomes irrational and more magnified than it really is.
I
You
think
can't really see
when things
straight.
get me to that point
Yeah.
where you would do or say something
Hmm.
that you will regret, that I will regret after, I just zone out.
Yeah.
It's
Drake say
not good
going from
because you
0
need
to
to
100 real quick.
communicate, and I always talk about communication, but
Yeah.
there's that time
Yeah.
when, you know what?
Yeah, so you got to know what your calm is and use that as a
Mhm.
way of deflecting certain situations so you can calm down, really think, process the information, analyze what's really going on, critical thinking, active listening, and then make decisions and solutions, right? Look for solutions, not reactions. That's what you're trying to do when you're calming. And then care about your health. When you care about your
Mhm.
health, that means you care about yourself, because, it's why you put on your glasses.
I'm looking at the time.
I know I'm looking at time. We're gonna have to go back and come back and girl, because you use up my time. So we're gonna have to do that a second. We're gonna have a little bit more than an hour tonight now.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
That's fine.
yes. So when you care about your health, you care about others. You cannot care about not care about your health and then care about others, because now you're putting yourself behind
At
someone else.
risk.
You have to care about yourself first. I always give the airplane story, or even the analogy. If the airplane's going down and you take your mask and you give it to someone else, or you give it to your kid, you cannot help them. You're hindering them, because you're still the same thing you're trying to avoid now is going to happen.
It's gonna
So put that
happen.
mask on yourself first, help yourself, lubricate your life, motivate yourself, and then you can help other people. So focus on yourself first. It's not selfish. Selfish.
Less.
It's selfless. There you go. And we're going to take a break. We're going to come right back and finish off the last five. How that sounds good.
Yeah, that's good with me.
Yeah. Anything kind of hitting home here for you, Therese?
Yeah. The communicate part, but let me come back in because our
Yeah.
time, we are
she's
not
she's
sure
watching
what
that time
time.
now. We'll be right back with more hot pleasure, TV pleasures. You're hilarious.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that stretch, taking big swings, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, and go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took a red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Okay, we are back. We are not paying for the damn subscription until we get those YouTube videos up, as well as try to get that platform bigger. So let's continue. The last thing I was talking about was caring about your health. Caring about your health means that you care about yourself, and that you're trying to let people know your worth. Okay, it's very important you let other people know your worth now, and it's not because you're trying to be like, oh, I'm extra, or I'm more important than you are, but how can you not value your worth? We're all here. We're all individuals. We have something, a story, an emotion, a movement. We're all here for a purpose. You got to find what that purpose is. So passion and purpose go together. So if you care about your health, is taking that time to say, you know what, in this moment, I matter. That's what you're saying when you care about your health.
Hmm.
Family. Now, not all of us have good families now. And when I say the word family, I don't mean blood. I mean a person that's supportive, a person that motivates you, encourages you, and is always there in those moments when you need that extra air. That person that says you can do it and tells you you can't do it when you can't. And when I say they can't do it, they're saying they see something that goes against your being, that goes against you being degraded, or something that will destroy you or hurt you, and they're not being a yes person by allowing you to go ahead and do something that they see the end for, or they have experience, or some kind of, they value you, they love you, and they truly love you. So family does not mean blood. Family means community, person of value within your life, person that says you're right when you're right and you're wrong when you're wrong, loves you in the good time and in the bad times, and encourage, motivate, and understands you. They know what you're going to say next before you even say it now. All right, Teresa?
Hmm.
And
That
they're
shows the
waiting for it. You're like
connection that
this.
you
Look,
have with the
this,
person.
this is the that's the look you get. That's your family. Family's like this. I'm waiting for it because they already got the answer. Okay. And then we have make friends easily. When a person makes friends easily, you know they're satisfied in their life. Okay. That's how you know. You ever seen that person walk around the street with a smile on their face and you're like, what is smiling at? You're like, what is smiling at? And sometimes when you're going through your moments, you're like, what is smiling at? Ain't that great? You know?
Or you pass somebody on your
Yeah.
journey and you give them a very warm greeting and they're like, huh? What just happened?
Stunned people. I told I think I give someone a challenge and I said, um, just do something uh, shocking or nice. Just go and give a total stranger a rose. It happened to me one day, by the way. I was in a small town close by, and I was coming out of the pet store, and this lady walked up to me and she said, "Have a beautiful day," and give me a rose. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, well, dang. Okay. That made me feel so good. It wasn't about the rose or anything like that. It was like she took time out of her
Mm-hmm.
day to value anyone, a person's time or a person's value or just your presence on earth. And so that was beautiful. And I passed on the gesture as well. I went to the market and there are flowers there. So what I did, I bought two flowers and I went to the cashier and I said, have a beautiful day. So pass it, pay it forward. I
Mm-hmm.
always believe in that because you never know what that did for that person. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's just my thinking. And so any person that makes friends easily, try to get their energy. Try to be around them and see what they've done and why are they satisfied. And again, don't mock, learn, understand, see what's in you that you can change to say, okay, what is it I have to do for myself to understand and make me she's writing this down now. Yeah, so any person that makes friends easily or you see them smiling a lot, try to see, learn, get some referencing and always make a goal. I just talked about that earlier. A Time magazine said it as well. Make goals
Mm-hmm.
for yourself. The littlest goal. I mean, it doesn't have to be I want to be a multimillionaire in 2 years. It doesn't have to be something like that. It has to be realistic. I believe in being real about who you are, where you are in your present. And it could be as simple thing as, you know, and everyone goes through this every year. I'm going to lose 100 pounds this year.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm going for 100 pounds.
The
Uh,
end of year goals.
Let me tell you something. Stop standing. Do not stand at the top of the ladder and expect to work your way down and you don't know how to climb the damn ladder. Okay? Start small. How about I want to go for a walk? I want to go for a
Mm-hmm.
walk. I don't walk. Let me go for a
Change
walk.
it to
I'm gonna
hike.
walk 5 minutes every day, not to work or not around work or not,
Mm-hmm.
outside of the garbage or whatever.
Start
No,
small.
5 minutes by yourself or with a friend, actually purposely walking. That's your start, okay? And before now, after that, you was like, wow, this 5 minutes. I'm giving myself 5 minutes. Maybe I'll give myself 10 minutes next week, and that's a goal.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's how you create it. So create little goals for yourself and stick to it. Create a plan. Oh, I believe in plans. I believe in planning, girl. You know how I am about plans. So make a plan for yourself. If you can make plans for the kids, you can make plans for your boss, you can make plans for everything. You could take a minute and make a plan for yourself now. Okay? Smile.
Mm-hmm.
It takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. We all know about that. So
Mm-hmm.
smile. It's okay. If I used to have a problem with a person complimenting me, I used to have a big problem. And because I was going through that whole self worth and self value thing, and I'm like, why are you telling me, you look nice tonight? Or what? Oh, and I get offended. No. Or a person say, smile. What you want to smile for? Was this candy camera? Just shows my age. But you get what I'm saying? So just smile. And if you're like, I don't have anything to smile about and it's hard, or I'm going through depression, or I'm having, hardship in my life, think about what you want it to be and smile for a minute, even if it's just 1 minute a day. Just take a little minute to smile. Think about that person in your life that makes you smile and smile. Think about that one situation you had that you go, man, I can't believe I did that. And smile, So smiling sometimes is contagious. You will see a person smiling, you're like, you start smiling too. You're like, what am I smiling for? I don't know what's going on.
A
But what it
total
is that
stranger.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It really motivates your life, lubricates your life, moisturizes your life. It really keeps you going. So, and sometimes you need to smile just to get through the day. I go for hikes, and myself and a friend of mine, Amanda, we would go for hikes. I miss our hikes, by the way, Amanda. But I always make sure I go for a hike, and it's not about the hike. I'm not trying to go further than I did yesterday. I used to do that in the beginning, but now that alone time, I just smile at everything, at the birds, the lake, whatever, the tree swaying from side to side. It's just a moment to like appreciate me,
Just feeling
Oh,
contented.
just be satisfied, happy that you are here. That I woke up this morning. I always tell Teresa, girl, she would be like, "How you doing today?" I didn't wake up in a box. The box mean a coffin. I didn't wake up in the coffin this morning. I woke. So I am happy. Anything happened today, I might go through my ups and downs and have. I mean, I'm realistic. Things happen. I've been through hardships just like anyone else, and some more trying than the other. But at the end of the day, I'm still present. I'm still here. And so I have to value the people in my life and know who was there for me that helped me motivate me to get to this level of understanding and loving who I am, appreciating everything that I have, not trying to create perfection in my life because that's a made up word. That's not real, people. There's no such thing as perfect now. And the last one, which I'm very, very guilty of because I just don't work that way, sleep. You need to sleep. People that sleep are more satisfied in their life. Teresa sleeps a lot, so she's very satisfied.
Anyone who knows me knows that. So,
But yeah, I don't, I try. If okay, I'll tell you this. If I sleep a lot, you know that I'm not well. Okay, that's when I sleep.
that is so true.
Yeah, when I'm not
Take
well,
the
I'll
glasses
sleep,
off.
and that's how Teresa knows that something's wrong with me. You know,
That
I
is
just
so
don't.
true.
Yeah, but when you're satisfied in life, you can sleep, and you can feel contented and a little bit happy. So those are ways you can find a person that is satisfied with their lives. So they don't sweat small stuff. They appreciate the small things. They're proud of other people's successes. They live for the moment. They have healthy
Hmm.
relationships. They know how to calm themselves and what their calms are. They care
They
about
smile.
their health and yours because they'll ask you, did you eat today, or do you take your vitamins today, or they'll take that time to notice that you're not doing something for yourself. Family, whatever family looks like to you, it doesn't have to be blood. Make friends. People, a person that makes friends easily. They have goals and they make sure they make goals and create goals. They smile a lot because they're just happy with just being present, and then they sleep. And they might not sleep,
Sleep
but they
some.
sleep
Sleep
when they
some.
need to. Yeah, they take time for themselves. If they get to the point, they'll say, you know what, I gotta take a minute, and they sleep. Okay, so that's how you know a person that's satisfied. That's how you satisfy your life and create that energy around yourself. You know, let me tell you something. Life is too small. I lost my mom early in my life, and it taught me about appreciation of person. We take for granted people that are in our lives. We don't understand, why they're present sometimes. But just look at what they do, the effects that they have on you. They're teaching you something in that moment. Maya Angelou said it best: teach people how to treat you. And from that, you will know if you're satisfied. Because if you have the same lesson coming to you all the time and you ignore it because you choose to ignore it, because again, in order to be successful, we have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And if you're comfortable being comfortable, girl, you're going to miss the mark. You're going to miss it every time because you're so focus on being comfortable and about what other people think
You're
and
not
how's it going.
growing.
Yeah, how's it going to look? Let me tell you something. I want to clear up a one thing, and I'm talking about single moms out there or single parents because they have single fathers too. Stop worrying about other people and what they think about what a single parent means, and know about the value that you have put in your child. Okay, the beauty that comes back at you. And I know we have hurts, we have ups and downs, we have multiple jobs that we have to take on as a single parent. But know that your reward is seeing that child look at you and love you, appreciate you, and understand you. And the thing is that we they're going to be trying. They've gone through a situation where they have a one parent home. And let me tell you something, one parent home don't mean that the child is less loved. It means that you are going to do more work to make sure that they know that they're loved. That's all it means. And so do not allow society to put these categories or identifiers on you. I dislike when people think that single moms especially are easy targets, that they're so like easy, when it comes to sex, or they're easy to be in a relationship with, or they're, oh yeah, she's desperate or he's desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Single doesn't mean that the person's desperate. They mean that the person realized that they either or value themselves and they rather be alone, and they rather take the time and putting the work, and they know it's going to be hard, and they've decided they want to be alone. Okay? That could happen. It could be the other way around, where the person has been made alone, where the person was not valued and the person left them with that child. Know that single parents have multiple tasks, multiple jobs, and for you to come into their lives and think that that's an easy target, ooh, you in for a big surprise. So know that when a person is satisfied, I'm gonna tell you, when they're satisfied, girl, yeah, you wasting your time. You wasting your time. So to recap, sexually, how do you satisfy, Teresa?
Oh, me put my stuff back
Yeah.
up, Hillary. Okay,
Just a generalization summary.
from my point of view, they had 13 signs your partner is satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was being an active listener,
Mm-hmm.
knowing the person's perspective, spending time cuddling after sex, enjoying yourself. Both of you enjoy yourself and making time to find
Don't
out
be
what the person is
selfish.
interested
If you hear
in.
anything, hear that part.
Go
Don't
on, go
be
on.
selfish.
Being romantic was
Yeah.
another one.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one, you can have spontaneous sex. That was another one in there
Yeah.
for the 13.
But I think they miss one.
And talk.
I think they miss a
Mhm.
marker. One of the things that I think a lot of couples complain about, especially when they've been in a relationship for a long time, is value of time. And it's not about, I heard this one guy said one time, well, I spent a lot of time with her. I said, how do you spend time with her? Well, I'm in the kitchen reading. I said, and where is she? In the house. What? That, but
They spend time in the same house.
in the same house. And so to him, he didn't understand why she was so upset. Like, why are you upset? I'm in the house. We spending time. It's romantic to me. I'm home. you know? Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
did you ask her what she wants and how time looks to her and value of intimacy? What does that look like to her? So I
I think
think
one of
that.
the things that we get confused with too, we
Mm-hmm,
think that spending time is me and the person in the same place.
mm-hmm,
But your spending time is after you do all your stuff
mm-hmm.
and there's nothing else for you to do throughout the day, then you spend time with that person. No, it's taking time out of your day to spend time with that person.
Right.
Those little snippet notes or, little calls, or you say little texts,
Yeah.
or get a delivery to drop in, all that is showing that person that they're
Yeah.
important. What's the word? Validated?
Communicate. No, but and then also too, like knowing what makes your partner perform and excited and desired, feel desired from each other, and
Coming soon. It's coming
feel
soon.
like that like they matter in the relationship. That's what you're looking
Mm-hmm.
for, Yeah. So, and then for myself, I went through some points from Time Magazine, and then I went through ways of finding, a person that's satisfied, and then also if you're satisfied. And if I take away anything from that is to have a goal in life, a purpose, finding your purpose. And the questions that I get a lot is, how do you know what your purpose is? Let me tell you what I tell my peoples. Your purpose is something that has been given to you and you ignore. Well, I'll tell you this, you've been taught to ignore. Some parents catch it in the beginning and they invest in it with a child. A child tells you exactly what their passion is. We, on the other hand, as soon as we become adults, we think we know everything. So if a child, I give this analogy, if the child is writing on the damn wall, and yes,
Mm-hmm.
you're renting or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe they're writing on the wall. Do not scold that kid for writing on the wall. Go, well, here in Canada, it's Canadian Tire. You might have a Home Depot or whatever now. Go and get yourself some chalkboard paint, or even go down to the dollar store and get a chalkboard, okay? And give it to that child, or paint that little square on that wall. And every Friday, I would tell Kobe, for example, I would say, paint me something, draw something for me, because that's his passion.
Encourage your passion.
Encouraging passion. It tells the child they matter. It tells them that you don't think that their opinions do not matter. You also show respect in that moment and validation. And that's how and that's how passion grows. And that now becomes something that, wow, mommy or daddy or whoever is proud of me for doing this. And the child invests in that just as much as you do. You ever seen that kid that fights harder than the parent does? And you're like, oh, she's pushing that kid too hard. And the kid is like, no, I really want to go. Because the parent said, I accept what you're passionate about, not that what I want you to be. It's what makes you happy and you're
Mm-hmm.
satisfied. So that's how
Always
you know.
encouraging.
Encouraging. So, anyways, thank you once again, listeners out there in YouTube land and around the world, Twitter,
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in for another week of Hot Tea with
Hot
Pleasure.
tea pleasures.
Victor retracted his message. I'm not sure what he was putting there. Oh, he put a video up. I'm not sure. We can't watch the video now, Victor, but we'll watch it after. Teresa, is there anything going on with you?
Just exams coming up.
Ooh,
Exams, exams, exams.
yeah. Okay. Well, what you want to tell people what you're doing?
Okay, I'm studying, well, further my studies in massage therapy. I'm
Hmm.
specializing in sport as a sports therapist
Yeah.
and specializing in sports therapy. And when I'm finished that, I'm going on to another one with Karen, or I can't remember the
Hi,
exact name
Petra.
of the
How you doing?
course.
Petra's there. Hi, Victor. How you doing? Yeah. Go on.
Can't remember the exact name of the course.
Hmm.
I haven't started it yet, but soon after this one, sports therapy with nutrition. Soon after that, finishes in 2 months, September, October.
Hmm.
Finishes in October. Then I'll be celebrating because I know I'm gonna get
Nice. All
100%.
right now.
I'll be celebrating twice in October.
Celebrate.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So next week, we always say what we're going to do, and then we have like a viewer that messages or
Changes.
whatever. We change our mind. We've been trying to do diversity for a minute now. But I think we did diversity a different way by doing sexuality, masturbation,
Mm-hmm.
different
Embracing
topics, and
sexuality
whatever.
was
It's a
similar.
way of doing I mean, that's a different way of breaking down diversity. So I think we've covered that topic. So we will let you know via Twitter or Instagram what our next little episode would be about. But we hope that you join us. We like, comment, subscribe, and share. And watch our videos. Stay tuned to Hot Tea with Pleasure. And please, please, be satisfied with where
Subscribe.
you are in life and celebrate every moment like it was your last, because you never know what could happen tomorrow. So, with that, I am Hillary here in Ontario, Canada.
And I'm Teresa in the island of Barbados. Thank you for joining
Yes.
us this and every Saturday, and
8
we will
o'clock.
see you soon
8 o'clock Eastern time. Right, Teresa?
live,
Okay. Well, you have a
hopefully.
great night. And again, thank you all for joining us. We have quite a bit of viewers tonight, so I hope that we were able to share something with you that you can take away and share with others. Remember, love who you are. Appreciate every moment. Bye, everyone. Cheers. Bye,
All
Teresa.
right. Bye.
They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, or this fuel got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath.